Yeah, I was forever delaying getting signals because radio equipment was not part of the infantry tax, which for a long time I was ahead of time on. So next time I get an infantry technology, yell at me to do that. This was command tanks, but it is now 39. We can get Panzer 3Es and Panzer 4Ds. And I want to get those as soon as possible so I can start producing them. We're not using Panzer 4s yet, so the 3s are going to get done first. Radio detection, that's a what? That's an industry. So I think that I do want you doing industry, seeing as we're working on these now. Let's go for concentrated, so we can get that 20% factory output. Sounds good to me. And then outdated construction, that's going to be the command tank. So we can upgrade to the command tank 3s. Which I think is actually going to make a pretty hefty difference. It's quite a lot better than the old ones. So when's my next gun tech done? Oh, you know what? Infantry guns, instead of researching you, let's get the signals kit, because this is the stuff that you do. 104 days. Let's do that instead. I think that's a better plan. Marvellous. Right, what did I just finish? Naval. It is 39. Naval invasion is one of the technologies available. Or engines! Also, destroyer dual purpose. Oh no, those aren't dual purpose. Those are just regular. Those are the dual purpose. Not as interested. Ooh, what's that? Naval radar. Requires decimetric radar. Right. Yeah. I'm gonna go for the engines because they're frickin' engines. Specialized submarine engines. That might be useful. Maybe. What do the late game tanks look like? I will show you in a minute. 39, we got the CAS, we got those. Heavy fighters could definitely be researched. Medium bombers could be researched. Naval bombers could be researched. There's a point, we don't actually have any naval bombers. And this is the last one in a long time. Let's get that researched just so we have it. And then we'll upgrade the fighters to the 109Es, which I think are the famous ones. At least the yellow nose is familiar. Late game tanks, let's take a look. So down this end we've got Panthers, we've got Jagdpanzer, Mouse, one of the Panzer 7s, and then Tigers. Mordred, I could do this land tech, but more navy! I need my land ships. And also my not land ships. Now I just need ships of the sky. Air ships. Hungary leaves the League of Nations. Hungary rips apart the League of Nations membership. Today, just hours after renouncing the Treaty of Trianon, which cost Hungary almost 14 million of its 21 million inhabitants, Hungary informed the League of Nations that the presence of its ambassadors within Hungarian borders no longer tolerated, and that not one pengo more would make its way into the League pockets. Thus, Hungary fulfilled its national promise and mantra, Nem nem soha, no, no, never, and the League of Nations suffers yet another blow. By now, analysts have come to the conclusion the League is bordering on total insignificance, and the ramifications of this are yet to be seen. I wish we could build the hover carrier from the Avengers and Hearts of Iron 4. That would be the one carrier Mordred would use, a carrier in the sky. Would I, though? Because it has basically the same problems as regular carriers. It can do everything that land-based aeroplanes can do, but worse. There was a thing that I was going to do. What was the thing? What was a 39? Oh. Oh, we need to be at war. West Wall, that was it. The West Wall runs parallel to France's vaunted Maginot Line, occupying much of the same ground as the secret line did in the previous Feldkrieg. Fortifying its defences will allow us to hold the border with fewer men, freeing up divisions to participate in any potential eastern campaigns. Arms deal, do it. Sell all the things. It is, after all, just good business. Mortars, MGs, still short on those. A little short on tanks, but not hugely. 7,000 short on AT. Like, how many AT guns are we using? Seriously. Also radios. I think I've got to just double down on the radios. Especially as I still don't even have signals companies in many of my units. Like, I'm shocked that we have such a huge shortage. Let's just go all the way up to 10. Like, radio is clearly really important, so we're going to put them up here with, well, frankly, uniforms. It is now... No, it's above uniforms. It's the second most important production that we have got. We'll probably need to tone that down a little bit eventually, but we're not there yet. We're using the AT rifles as doorstops. Very important for the war effort. Yes, clearly. What just happened? Oh, intelligence agency. Right. I would like to upgrade my... It's got to be army department, really. Wake up, Mordred. This is Germany, not... Sea Germany. Germany. It's Germany, not Germany. No. I'm trying to make that funny. It really doesn't work. Any new decisions? No. Mostly because all of these divisions require Czech equipment. And I haven't actually finished Fate of Czechoslovakia yet. Arm sale. Go ahead. Right, I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break, so if you need to take a break, I would recommend you do so now. I will run an advert while I'm not here, so 2 minutes everyone, and then we will resume. Back in a moment. Alright then, I am back again. Boop. Over to you. And... yes, there are a couple of notifications which I have not acknowledged. Sunkale, thank you very much for the follow. Pew pew, I die! Coming in with a 14-month resubscription at Tier 2. Thank you very much for that. The Baked Potato. Mad Z, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Behemoth Frog would like me to drink some tea. You know what? I'll have another. 0930086741. Thank you very much for the follow, Nick. And Premium Wrapped, thank you very much for the follows. Red October coming in with a 17-month resubscription. Thank you very much for the ongoing support there. Red October, very much appreciate that. Thank you. Okie dokie. What's that? What is that? Just completely didn't notice that there was actually a thing there. I think I just kind of assumed it was one of my other windows kind of poking out. So army strength. Field strength 94% gives a land doctrine research speed of +2. Current army strength is 1,290. Strength required for the next level 1,400. Air Force strength. Current air strength is 1,260. Air strength required for the next is 1,600. No modifiers. That's an average Air Force. Then the Navy is a small Navy, which gives us a penalty to research speed and naval research speed. We currently have 127 naval strength. We need 200. Oh, apparently there are light carriers in this. See, light carriers I feel like I would have much more use for than fleet carriers. Or the heavy ones, whatever they're called. I think they're fleet carriers. Let me take a look at that. Not that I'm going to be tempted to build carriers, but still. I am curious. Okay, so they have different size hangars. So you can basically choose how big a carrier you want to build. Improve carrier armor. Hangar and flight decks. Open hangars. Advanced carriers. Enables carrier advanced and light carrier advanced. Okay, so each of these levels does light carriers too. Okay. Aston Martin Formula 1 team. Thank you very much for the bits. Very much appreciate that. Imagine being Germany. You don't need to imagine it. We are Germany. Mordred has a small fleet. The shame! The crying shame. Oh, we can form the Grossdeutschland now. In the months leading up to World War II, while the rest of the Wehrmacht here marched into the Saarland, Austria and Czechoslovakia, the men of the Wachregiment Berlin marched up and down the Unter den Lindenstrasse every Sunday. However, they would not stay at the front lines for too long. They would not stay out of the front lines for too long. In the first week of 1939, Hitler ordered the Wachregiment to be renamed the Infantry Regiment Grossdeutschland. The unit now had a permanent cadre, and unlike other regiments of the German army, which were raised from the region, the recruits of Grossdeutschland were drawn from across the nation. The unit was officially activated on the 14th of June 1939. The occasion was marked by a parade through the streets of the capital. The regiment, being organised in September 39 and did not take part in Fall Weiss, the invasion of Poland, a fact that dented the pride of the regiment, which bore the name of the nation on their sleeves. However, in May 1940, the regiment was attached to General Field Marshal Edwald von Kleist's Panzergruppe Kleist and saw combat in the beginning of Fall Gelb, the invasion of the West in May 1940. Okay, has that now become an infantry unit? Was that you? Or is that literally just a new unit? Oh, it was a new one. Oh, right, it was that unit. Yeah. Which up until this point was a garrison template. It is still a garrison template. It does not have a huge amount of strength. I mean, actually, 82, 19 organization, that's not bad. But then again, like, the organization is decent. Yeah, sorry. But you are still being relegated to garrison duties. You're super elite. You're pretty strong. I'll grant you that. You know what? I will give you... Hang on, there's no commanders here. East Berlin. You're going to be in charge of guarding East Berlin. And yeah, you're a garrison, but I think I'm also going to give you the black colour. So you're going to be this guy. But I can't go that way around because the big guy is bigger. Just wait until it becomes a Panzer division. In which case it will then become quite strong, but at the moment it's very under strength for formations that I like to have. Okay, West Wall is done. And we got the most up-to-date Stuka. So we have level 2 land forts out of the 3 maximum. Light forts, medium forts. It'll take 35 days. I don't think I want to do the heavy forts, but I will do the mediums. The West Wall runs parallel to France's vaunted Maginot Line, blah 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 blah. That is exactly the same as the rest. Okay, we are going to go ahead and upgrade our dive bombers. And we're going to go ahead and upgrade the dive bombers. And we are going to go ahead and research a new plane type. Ooh, new transports. Question. How's your range? Because that was always the problem with these. Their range is freaking garbage. Yeah, okay. That's an acceptable transport. That, not so much. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and research the heavy fighter now. What's the difference between that and that? Except for the fact that these probably upgrade and this one doesn't. Doesn't use as much manpower. I mean, the one on the right, the range is lower on the right. Air defense is lower. Agility is lower. Naval attack is lower. Ground attack is lower. Reliability... Okay, reliability is higher. It's also a lot cheaper. And it's slower. So it's just all round worse. Is basically what you're telling me. It's just cheaper. I've invested a lot into my aircraft capabilities, so I think I'm okay. Have I opened up the SS designer? Keep on being asked that. Yes! Although there is another upgrade. Totenkopf. Let's get you done. Okay. Which is here. What are you? You are a garrison unit. Alright. How are things in China? They seem to have solidified again. There was a big push through by the Japanese here and then kind of just faltered. So the Japanese are definitely making offensives. They haven't moved over here at all. They have pushed into Communist China though. Fairly deeply, actually. It looks like a lot of their offensives have been focused against Communist China. Meanwhile, how is Fascist China doing? It is becoming less fascist. Fantastic. I really wish that this showed just how much impact my boosting ideology actually had. And have I lost the entire net? Yes, I have lost the intel network over here. So I think that's probably what went wrong. No, you Poland or France? You're Poland. That's fine. I think that we're getting to the stage... Oh, we can get another Panzer Division. That sounds good to me. Where I might want to hire another operative. Although that is going to cost me 75 command power. Before we do that, there was a guy that I wanted to upgrade, because we do need another field marshal potentially for the next infantry divisions, which will start to be produced soon. And I'd like you to get over the penalties. Witzelben was the one I was looking at, right? I want to say it was Witzben. Need to go down to the guys that have already got jobs. Witzben was high planning with infantry officer. He is not a brilliant strategist, is the only thing. But he is cheap to promote, and he will gain a lot of experience as an infantry commander, and he has the planning skill. These guys are going to be kind of like Gudarian. I think they're just going to be better as infantry commanders, like generals, as opposed to field marshals. Blaskowitz actually has doctrine buffs, which Witzben doesn't. He's a level lower with the same stats, which actually technically means he has better stats than Witzben. Well, in that case, it's Blaskowitz. Has to be. It's time to go Wolfenstein. Blaskowitz. And we are going to grab you, going to put you into a new field marshal. That's what I meant to do. And we're going to need to grab Blaskowitz for this. And then we're going to need another infantry commander for this. SS trait is very helpful, yeah, but loads of these SS people are A, freaking garbage, like this guy, 111 at level 4, that's terrible. Likewise with these, like, they just haven't balanced the stats, which is really unfortunate. They're also all armor people. Heinrichi. Heinrichi is definitely going to be the infantry guy for this army. And then you need another one. I mean, we could get some experience, which I don't think would be a bad idea. Although Ostfelder would be a better choice, being infantry officer. Let's do that. So I'm thinking that Blaskowitz and co can be a secondary defense here against the French, while we're forming up your armies. The 10th Panzer Division. The 10th Panzer Division was first formed on the 1st of April 1939 in Prague, as a composite formation made up of previously established units throughout Germany. Many of these units were transferred from the 20th Motorized Division, the 29th Motorized Division, and the 3rd Light Division. By the fall of 1939, the division was still forming, but nonetheless committed to the 1939 invasion of Poland before the process was complete. For that reason, the 10th Panzer Division remained in reserve for most of the campaign. It was moved from Pomerania in August into Poland, where it was hastily given control of the 7th Panzer Regiment, the 4th Panzer Brigade, and several SS. Do it. Do it now. So the 10th Panzer is a very small Panzer unit, which I think I'm basically just going to upgrade. You're not one that anything changes on. So we'll give you to Gudarian, and then basically I'm just going to straight up upgrade you to my 36 template. Oh, look at that. We need even more handheld guns. Brilliant. We have enough Panzer 1s. Command tanks not quite, but we'll get those pretty quickly. Panzer 3s we've got enough of, so it's actually the Panzer 2s that we're a little bit low on at the moment. But I think that'll work. And then, yeah, you're going to be on one of these lines. I don't know which one. You know what I should do? I should make this a... yeah, you know what I should... do I want to do that? Yes, I do. Because you aren't actually... Whoa, no, don't do that. No, 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 no. You aren't actually going to be attacking. You're just here to support the armor in their attacks. That's what these guys are for. Okay, anything else I can do here? No. Stability is still staying nice and high. Embargo Lebanon, yes. Okay, so intel levels are growing here again. So does that mean that this is growing again? 20.1, 20.15, yeah, I think it is going up again. Based on the intel level. So I think what we'll do is we'll grow intel till it's 100% and then drop him to quiet intel network, which will just maintain it. Unfortunately, that does use up one of our operatives, which is frickin' annoying. Which is why I really do need to try and get some more operatives, I think. I'm doing some pretty intel-intensive jobs at the moment.